In today's episode of Spirit of Innovation Arts Across America, the Big Beautiful Bill is now law. Find out how it might affect you.
You might see a bit of a tax break, but you're going to be paying a lot more.
Learn how the Autism and Entertainment Work Group helps their members embrace what makes them unique.
What we're finding is that many of them also have strengths and superpowers.
Plus, in our Community Roundtable, discover how the arts make an impact in surprising places. Spirit of Innovation Arts Across America, award-winning TV show with your hosts, Diane Strand and Scott Strand, the co-founders of JDS Studio and nonprofit JDS Creative Academy, bringing together award-winning programming with education and training. This cross-collaborative production brings you impactful stories, creative voices, and good-to-know Southern California information you need to know. Spirit of Innovation Arts Across America starts now.
Welcome to Spirit of Innovation Arts Across America. It's been an exciting time for us here at the studio. Our show was picked up by ABC, and the first episode was broadcast in June. Now we're here in the middle of summer. Can you believe that we're almost halfway through the year already? Time is flying by. And lots of changes have been happening, especially on the national level.
For the past couple of months, you couldn't turn on a news program or look at social media without seeing passionate discussions over the big, beautiful bill.
But no matter how people feel, the impact of this new legislation is real. It's big and it's coming very soon. Spirit of Innovation met with candidates running for U.S. Representative in California's 48th District to learn how this new law will affect all of us.
President Trump signed the Big Beautiful Bill into law on July 4th. U.S. legislators who voted for it liked the extension of the 2017 tax cuts, the expansion of various tax deductions, and the increase in funding for the military and border security. Those who voted no on passing the bill dislike how funding the legislation adds to the national debt and takes money away from crucial programs. No matter what, California, the country's most populated state, stands to be greatly affected. Candidates running for Congress in next year's election have a lot to say about it.
For this legislation, you're going to see a tax break if you are making more than $217,000. If you're ultra wealthy, you're absolutely going to see a financial benefit. But if you're at that borderline where you might see a financial benefit, that $217,000 level, I hate to break it to you, you might see a bit of a tax break, but you're going to be paying a lot more in medical, food, everything else is going to go up because of this.
The Nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office estimates that the One Big Beautiful Bill Act will cut $1 trillion from Medicaid and the Children's Health Insurance Program.
In the state of California, 4 in 10 people have Medicaid. 3.4 million people are expected to lose their benefits partially or totally in the state of California.
You've got rural hospitals that aren't going to be able to survive without the funding that they traditionally get from Medi-Cal patients.
Medicaid is bringing in work requirements, and then every 6 months you have to kind of go through a review. If you're disabled, are you going to be able to work? It's very difficult to work, and it's very difficult to support yourself.
The Federal Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, is also facing cuts.
Those that receive SNAP are about to lose about $150 a month on average, and that is huge. It will impact the availability of food because grocery stores that may be in some rural areas and other places may not be able to make ends meet without that additional money coming in.
The Act's elimination of tax incentives for clean energy projects will also affect many.
The removal of clean energy tax credits will have a devastating impact on the workforce across the U.S., but especially in California, where there are 500,000 people that are in the industry. And the expectation is for about 10% of those jobs to be lost. And we know all of that multiplies into the economy.
In 2024, 219 days, we ran this whole state, the entire grid, just on clean energy. Tax incentives are going away, subsidies are going away for wind, solar, EV cars. That is going to bring it possibly to a screeching halt. If California wants to move forward, now we're on our own. We don't have what we need to transition to a clean energy economy.
The candidates acknowledge some positives in the legislation. such as the tax deductions on tips and overtime.
The whole bill pushes responsibilities down to the states. We may discover some creativity among the states that we didn't have before, and hopefully they'll crib from each other and learn and come up with solutions.
Solutions designed to help everyone should be the goal as the sweeping changes of the One Big Beautiful Bill Act begin to unfold.
We invited all of the candidates running for District 48 to participate in this segment, including the incumbent, Darrell Issa. Our invitation remains open, and we would welcome the opportunity to do a follow-up story in the future.
Here at JDS Creative Academy, our Title 17 job training program trains neurodiverse individuals in video and multimedia production. Our goal is to provide technical and soft skills training so that they can advance in employment. In this Spotlight segment, we showcase an organization that shares a similar mission. Here's more.
Autism in Entertainment is a work group that aims to provide and expand employment opportunities for individuals on the autism spectrum.
My personal motivation was my son, who is now 33 years old and is on the autism spectrum. And he had majored in television and film at Cal State Fullerton and was interested in a career as a film editor. And what I found as I was working with him was that there were a lot of individuals on the autism spectrum who had an interest in entertainment-related jobs. And so what I wanted to do was bring people together to try and drive change.
Autism in Entertainment works with other companies, such as Disney Studios, to create paid internships and build professional connections.
We don't look at ourselves as being the educators. We look at bringing the educators together with us in partnership so that their students can have more opportunities and meet more people just beyond those that are in the programs that they're in. So it's really about helping lay the foundation to enable people to find their paths.
Finding jobs, especially in the entertainment industry, can at times be a challenge for anyone, but it's especially difficult for those on the spectrum.
Maybe they are anxious, and so that can work against them in terms of being nervous about applying for a job. Maybe they don't express themselves well, and the communication may be a problem. What we're finding is that many of them also have strengths and superpowers. They may be fantastic artists. They may have an eye for catching things that nobody else sees. They may have just an ability to just stay focused and work for hours and hours and hours on end.
With events such as their successful 2024 Autism and Entertainment Conference, the organization has provided a variety of ways for members to build personal and professional connections.
Everybody wants us to do it again, including us. We had over 60 speakers, as well as about 4 or 5 different general sessions, where over 400 people got to meet and got to interact and got to hear a lot of very inspiring stories and learn that they had superpowers and that they could succeed if they focus on their talents and put in the work.
We learned a lot and had so much fun at the Autism and Entertainment Conference last year. We look forward to seeing what they're going to do in the future.
Our entrepreneurial journey is something Scott and I are incredibly proud of, and now we want to help others turn their passion into a profit. Our 3-day conference, Confidence and Creativity Live event, brought to you by Arts Across America, will help you do just that. Have a look.
Are you ready to step into the spotlight with confidence so you can have the business of your dreams? Turn your passion into profit, build the confidence, gain the clarity, and fill your toolbox with creative solutions. From stage presence to media collateral to AI tools, you will leave with skills you can put into practice as soon as you get home. Join Diane and Scott Strand for a 3-day one-of-a-kind event, Confidence and Creativity, live August 21st, 22nd, and 23rd, 2025 at JDS Studio in Temecula, California. Together, they use their decades of expertise to provide coaching and mentorship to help guide you to success. Immerse yourself in this hands-on event and fuel your vision by sharpening your voice and collecting the tools to make bold moves. This part-time workshop, part-time community building experience will feature inspiring keynotes and workshops that will help you develop the creative mindset you need to jumpstart your professional goals. We have several options for you to step into your confidence and creativity. With virtual general admission, you will get all the trainings throughout the entire 3-day event and leave with clarity and a plan. Go virtual VIP and also get the workbook pages, gifts, and the event recordings. But if you want the full transformational experience, go Super VIP and come in person and build your PR kit. Super VIP in-person bundle offers full access to the 3-day Creativepreneur event, plus a complimentary professional headshot, B-roll footage, a 2-minute speaking opportunity to a live audience, and have it edited with your logo and contact information, JDS and Arts Across America merch, daily lunch, snacks, and spirits, along with live entertainment. Visit artsacrossamerica.org live to purchase your tickets now.
Our Confidence and Creativity live event is definitely one you don't want to miss.
We hope to see you here at the studio. Speaking of creativity, did you know the arts affect lives in so many ways that you don't even think about? For this month's roundtable, we invited Rachael Dzikonski, Executive Director of the Riverside Arts Council, and Karen Landrum, the Choral Director at James L. Day Middle School in Temecula, to talk about how the arts impact life and all of us. Let's take a look. Welcome back to the Community Roundtable. Today we're talking about one of my favorite subjects, the arts. And we've got some great guests here to talk all about the arts. And I'm going to get started right away and talk about how do you think the arts support student success in all areas? Let's go to our middle school teacher, Karen.
Well, in my years of experience teaching middle school, I have found that as we are practicing our choir music, we are developing skills in all sorts of other areas as well. So we're talking about teamwork and cooperation. We're talking about goal setting and then being able to incrementally achieve those goals. We're talking also about being able to carry ourselves with good posture and breathing, and that those breathing skills can really translate into regulating our physical and our emotional health. And so in all other areas, these arts can support.
I love that. Let's switch over to the college perspective of students in arts.
So I teach art appreciation. So I'm basically teaching history through the arts, and that's, right there, just it goes right into the arts are facilitating this education on history itself. So there's history, there's culture, so that is all indicated in the different types of artwork. We have music, theater, dance, choir, all of those aspects make up our civilization. And so that's one that I feel very heavily that the arts support growth in history. And they need to see more pictures. We're visual people, so.
Absolutely, I love that. That's what I always say. It impacts so much from life to business, teaches, it educates, it trains, it teaches grit and determination. I love the arts.
Yeah, how do you guys feel that training in the arts would prepare you for any career? How do you feel it impacts students when they just are taking arts training but really aren't focused in the arts?
So my perspective on that is one of the things I talk about in my class is you can't have a creative, new, and innovative idea without having that creative idea. So where are you getting that creative idea if you're just regurgitating everything that you've already learned? So that creativity you're learning from the act of creating artwork is offering you the opportunity to expand on, bigger and better new ideas and, being successful in your career.
And maybe more original ideas, right? Because they're actually conceptualizing.
Exactly. We wouldn't have the Tesla light bulb if we just regurgitated all of, the science that built up to that point.
So how does investing in the arts, or why should someone invest in the arts for job training and things like that? What do you think?
So first off, when you're supporting your local arts organizations, whether it's the local choir, theater group, art museum, arts council, those programs are open for artists to work with. So they're getting their on-site training and they're able to participate in the programs to continue training. You're also going to have your interconnectedness with that group. So, there's going to be mentorship with older artists that might be established and working at that industry, helping to guide, the younger artists coming in. So investing in the arts helps with that, but also there's outreach organizations like the Riverside Arts Council, we do a lot of support for artists and organizations. So, supporting your local arts agencies or councils or associations that are providing workforce training, that, that's going directly back into training these artists to continue the beautification of our world.
And I know you depend on Booster Club and things like that, being that we were involved in it too. So how important is it for the parents to invest in their kids that way?
So important for the whole community to invest in the kids that way. You're not going to have professional orchestras and awesome $1 million, billion-dollar movies if you don't teach them when they're in elementary and middle school, and if you don't have the parent support and that community support from the beginning, because you need those younger people to be inspired and to learn those basic skills so they can build upon them and then become those great artists that we need.
Thank you so much for being here. What a great topic. The arts, we could talk about this all day, but we're going to wrap it up today. We'll see you next time on the Roundtable.
Thank you to Rachel and Karen for joining us. What you saw was the edited highlights. You can catch the full conversation on our website, spiritofInnovation.org.
As I mentioned at the top of the show, we're smack dab in the middle of summer, and sometimes you just need an ice cold drink or treat to beat the heat. So our SOI team member, Aaron Porras, takes us on a trip to Mariposa Homemade Ice Cream to learn more about this family-run business. Have a look.
Welcome to Aaron's Corner. I'm Aaron Porras. To celebrate National Ice Cream Month, we're at Mariposa Homemade Ice Cream in Temecula, California. I hear they serve up some delicious ice cream and many other sweets. I really look forward to trying it out. I'm here with the owner, Tim Rose. I heard that the first scoop shop opened in a small town called Mariposa near Yosemite National Park. What was the inspiration behind opening more locations in Southern California?
My uncle originally started the business up in Mariposa, but when he met my aunt, they sold the property up there and moved down to San Diego. So they opened their store there in 2000. Once I finished school, I opened up here with my mom in 2013. We have the storefronts in San Diego and Normal Heights and here in Temecula. And then our cousin Ben has a stand right on the boardwalk in Oceanside under the pier there. And he's looking to open a storefront somewhere in the North County area as well.
I see you guys have had the opportunity to sell your ice cream at a variety of events. Could you tell us about a few of these events and how they further help boost your business visibility?
Our cousin Ben handles most of our outside events. We do a lot more catering of weddings and parties and stuff out at the wineries. And it's a great opportunity for us to get out in the community and for people to hear about us that haven't seen us here at the shop.
What has been the best part about running a family-owned business?
I think my favorite part about having a family business is that I get to come to work every day with the people that I care the most about, and it gives us the ability and the flexibility to prioritize family when we need to.
Not only has your ice cream won awards, I understand that some celebrities have stopped by to enjoy these flavors. Is it anyone we might know? And what was the experience like?
Will Ferrell has been in our San Diego store a couple of times. He was super cool, super funny. And also Kristen Bell, when she was filming Veronica Mars, they filmed that down in San Diego, so she was a regular customer at that store down there before she became a huge star.
So here I have the banana split. The ice creams that I picked for those are strawberry, which is normally my favorite flavor. And then the other two are the milk and cookies, and also the white chocolate raspberry. These definitely taste very homemade. The banana, it's perfectly ripe. It's got this really nice toffee taste to it too. And of course you have the nuts, the whipped cream, which is nice and rich, and the cherries, which add to a lot of the fruitiness in this ice cream too. I enjoyed it very much. It's a great tasty treat for a summer afternoon. If you have any recommendations of places you would like for us to visit, send us an email at spiritofinnovation@jdscreativeacademy.org. Now back to you in the studio.
The ice cream there was delicious. Thank you, Aaron. Great job as always.
Aaron has been a job training participant with us for over 6 years. They also have a paid internship as a production assistant, as well as other creative ventures. We are proud of all the work that Aaron does here at JDS Studio. Way to go, Aaron. Summer is a fun time here at the studio. We also always look forward to our annual JDS Summer Camp, and this year was a huge success. Take a look at our recap and all the festivities, plus see what you can expect when our fall classes return at the end of August.
Our 2025 Improv Script-to-Stage Summer Camp was a radical success. From custom-made props to hand-picked costumes, improvised dialogue, and a show-stopping lip-sync battle, campers unleashed an endless amount of creativity in our annual 2-week camp. Working alongside our script writing instructors, the campers turned the story of Little Red Riding Hood into a unique Halloween tale full of jokes, drama, and some 1950s slang. Led by the JDSCA backstage and production departments, the camp culminated in a riveting performance of their original one-act of Fright on Red Street in front of friends and family. Summer temperatures might still be soaring, but fall classes at JDS Creative Academy will be starting soon. We have a full roster of classes including backstage production, script writing, musical theater, filmmaking, acting, and more, all designed to get your creative juices flowing. Join our design, build, and haunt class to give attendees of our annual JDS Haunted Studio fundraiser a scare they won't forget. Please don't miss the opportunity to be a part of our musical theater's production of Frozen Jr. Auditions are August 28th. Everyone will get a part. Classes start August 25th. Enroll now at jdscreativeacademy.org.
I am ready for our fall lineup in summer.
It'll be a full semester, but then we'll let it all go.
And it's gonna be frozen. All right. Yosemite National Park is treasured for its spectacular waterfalls, ancient sequoias, and other natural wonders. Visitors enjoy capturing glimpses of native wildlife such as deer and bighorn sheep, and over 260 bird species.
What visitors will not see or hear are bullfrogs, an invasive species introduced to the park 70 years ago. These amphibians like to eat other critters, making it almost impossible for native species such as northwestern pond turtles to survive.
From 2005 to 2019, researchers from UC Davis removed more than 16,000 bullfrogs, as well as their larvae and egg masses. Their work is now paying off.
In the May issue of the Biological Conservation Journal, researchers report recent sightings of the northwestern pond turtle hatchlings and juveniles. As a bonus, other native species that would have otherwise been eaten by bullfrogs are now thriving. These include the western toads, which haven't been seen in Yosemite for decades until now.
This is good news for the park and bodes well for other national park conservation efforts.
Well, that's it for this month's show. Please follow us on social media and subscribe to our hashtag JDSFamily newsletter. It'll keep you in the know about everything that's happening in the world of creativity and here at JDS Studio.
You can find us online on YouTube and on our website. We are streaming nationally and broadcasting throughout Southern California on ABC and local regional channels.
Please also check out our training participants with their TV shows, radio broadcasts, and podcasts, SOI Talk, with this guy, Scott Strand.
Yay! Before we leave, take a moment to enjoy these artists across America showing their work on TikTok.
Thank you for joining us. We will be back with a new episode of Spirit of Innovation, Arts Across America next month.
That's it for this episode. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time,
SOI out.